Hello, developers. Welcome back to the channel one more time. And in today's story, we're going to discuss or let's say build another interesting application sort of purpose using ChatGPT and OpenAI APIs. In the last section, what we have tested is a basic applications that how we can get a customized meal plan using ChatGPT on daily basis. Something like that on the depending on your calories and how much weight you want to gain or increase depending on your age, everything we develop an endpoint that gives us daily meals, 3 meals for the day to in order to eat healthy using ChatGPT. And in today's story, we're going to discuss something interesting new. That is an application which I'm trying to develop a small project. Let's say it's a full stack application which helps people to get started with Notion or to learn the Notions and its respective third party tools. If you don't know anything about Notion, Notion is basically a documentation application that helps you to write and put all your like documentation, everything's your notes and everything in the same place. It's quite a popular application nowadays, and a lot of people, including developers, non-developers, are using Notion. So why not give people a hint or let's say some sort of Notion encyclopedia helping them to get started with Notion and to learn about its different tools and applications and so on. So what I create is a basic endpoint, basically using ChatGPT. Let me show you the code, which how does the code looks like. This is what the endpoint be named as according to its purpose is to get the Notion tools. So what it does is basically gives you the extensive list of all the Notion tools as you can see on the screen. This is a list of Notion tools, and what this list is for, it's basically automating the Google meetings using Notion. So it's quite a yeah, like unique way to collect the data also. Uh, let's start with what I did is I create an endpoint with a name, and then I gave a prompt or let's say a message to ChatGPT and define the model with the maximum tokens I want to use. And what I defined as a prompt is that give me the 10 and then ask the purpose of the tools for the Notion with their website links. So what you can see as an output is that give me the 10 automating Google Meetings tools for Notion with their website links. So in this way, once I run then APIs, I get this as an output. This is quite interesting. Let's say if you wanted to change it to another purpose of tool you want to like, instead of automating Google Meets, we can automate the daily development task. Let's say, so I'm expecting that ChatGPT will give me the list of, such as asanas and ClickUps for Kanban boards and something like that. So once I run an API, let's see what's an extensive list ChatGPT will give us. Still loading. Yes, we have an list. Okay, Workato, Automate.io, Microsoft Flow, and so on. This is interesting. JPI, yes, we have used this type of tools. I have used personally used JPI, so probably out of 10, I can trust at least 50 to 60% of the tools which are given by the GPT itself. So this is quite an interesting sort of things. We can just collect like let's give it a try for another thing. Uh give me 10 tools or let's say the CRM tools for the Notion and their website link. So let's see what ChatGPT will give us. This probably takes some of the times because of a heavy load on the website and servers. Yes, we have an outputs. Okay, Joho CRM, Sugar CRMs, and Agile CRMs. So this Notion itself have a CRM. So this is quite a good output. So what's important is that we can basically this is quite a like highly scalable endpoint where you like basically define the purpose of the tool, and this endpoint will gives all the extensive list. Of course, you can go it on the chat GPT itself and you can ask on the applications. For example, if I open chat GPT and then that's thoroughly can give me everything, like give me the list of uh, 10 CRM tools for Notion. So if I press the enter, this will give me all the list which has been given in the API itself, HubSpot, Zoho, CRM, sorry. Okay, let me close this up. We don't need it. Never mind. So this is quite interesting. We can also ask it on ChatGPT itself. But why I'm creating an endpoint is important because once I get the data in this particular method, by the way, this is an Express and Node.js applications. So where I'm invoking this endpoint or the API of ChatGPT or OpenAI. And coming back to the point why I create an endpoint instead of asking in ChatGPT is once we get a data, basically, what we can do is we can push the data in the database. And what I'm using is the Firebase as the database. You can use whatever you want, Superbase or AppWrite or MongoDB or PostgreSQL. Choice is yours. Once the data is what all key values we want to push in the database, that's important. So let's say I want to put the tool name. That's also thing. The website of the tool. What I can also do over here in order to give a proper understandings of the tool and websites, I can basically scrape the website metadata from the link, and it will basically return me the banner image, or what you want to call it, anything you want to call it. It also gave me the description, what's the purpose of the tool and the application and so on. And we can store these entire thing. Let me put it on the top. Okay, we can store this thing on the database, descriptions, then banner image, and we can store them in database. So this sounds pretty interesting that we can have the entire list of tools and everything and store them in database. Once a lot of data is stored in the database, we can simply render them and show in the front end side. And that's where our whole, like, the list of or some sort of Notionpedia is ready. Like, people can come to your websites and they can directly see that, oh, this many tools are available for CRM, and this many tools are for Google Meetings automations, this many is for social media automation, and so on. So we can basically, I can develop the entire bunch of Notionpedia, which helps the users across the world to get started with Notion, to use the third party tools, and to automate all kind of works they want to do it. So this is just a first step. In the next steps, will once this data is stored in the database, we'll create a front end UI, and we'll try to deploy it on a Vercel, on a subdomains, basically. And then we try to test it in the market, something like that. So stay tuned for that. In the next sections, I'll create a front end interface once I push the data in the database, and we'll try to put it live. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe. Until next time, have a good day.